Welcome to FPL Cheat Sheet Briefing, the podcast that gives you a data-driven edge in the Fantasy Premier League. And exhale, we are finally back. It feels like we've been in cryo sleep since last year. How are you holding up over there? Did you survive the festive chaos?
Barely. I think I'm still defrosting. It is fantastic to be back behind the mic, though. It feels like a lifetime ago that we recorded for Game Week 18, December 23rd, 2025.
Yeah.
I checked the calendar, and that was a literal month ago.
I know, it's wild. Real life just came at us fast. We have to apologize to you all for the radio silence. We've had some insane deadlines with the tech side of the project, the coding, the back end, the algorithms. It all just sort of swallowed us whole for a few weeks. The podcast had to take a tiny backseat.
It did, but we didn't leave everyone completely stranded. We kept the life support system running with the wildcard and free hit drafts over on our X profile. So if you were following us there, you hopefully navigated the choppy waters okay?
Exactly. But tell me, amidst all the coding and the deadlines, did you actually manage to unplug? How was your Christmas?
It was necessary. I went into full recharge mode, tried to put the phone down, tried to stop refreshing stats every 30 seconds.
Yeah.
You know, just good food and family. What about you?
Oh, standard procedure for me. I ate way too much, regretted it immediately, and then sat on the sofa watching way too much football. But honestly, watching the Premier League lately has been, well, interesting is one word for it. We have to talk about Manchester United.
The elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Or should I say the red devil in the room?
Ruben Amorim creates a vacancy, and in steps Michael Carrick again. And I honestly did not see that immediate impact coming. I mean, taking over and delivering a 2-0 win against Manchester City in a derby, that is quite the statement.
It's the classic new manager bounce, but on steroids. Usually a new manager comes in and they scrape a 1-0 win against a relegation candidate.
Okay.
Carrick comes in and dismantles the champions. It was a tactical masterclass.
It was impressive to watch, but from a fantasy perspective, it was a disaster for me.
Oh, same here. It completely wrecked my plans. I looked at that fixture, United versus City, and thought, right, I'm staying away from United assets. I had zero coverage. And then they turned up and looked like world beaters.
My rank has been on such a roller coaster during this break. The festive rotation was brutal enough, and then United suddenly turning up against City. Let's just say my arrows haven't been exclusively green. I really need to stabilize the ship.
We're all in the same boat. The variance lately has been high, but that is exactly why we are here today. We need to stop reacting to the emotional swings of the derby and let the data fix our mess.
Precision over emotion. I like it. So let's get back to business. Today, as always, we are doing a deep dive into the analytics for the current game week. We have the optimal wildcard team, the free hit squad, and some very spicy differentials for game week 23.
And we have a great listener question later that tackles that exact Manchester United dilemma we just touched on.
But first, we need to audit ourselves. We have to look in the rearview mirror at game week 22. We call this the mission, keeping ourselves honest by comparing what the algorithm predicted versus what actually happened. Let's start with the wildcard retrospective.
Right. So for the Game Week 22 wildcard team, the model was actually pretty sharp. It predicted a total of 63.89 expected points.
And the actual reality.
The team scored 65 points.
Okay, so we actually slightly overperformed the algorithm. That is always a nice feeling.
It is. And if you look at the breakdown, we had some massive heroes. The biggest one has to be Robert Sanchez in goal for Chelsea.
A huge haul. The model expected what, like 4 points?
3.95 points, yeah. He delivered 11. That is pure efficiency.
That's the beauty of goalkeepers. And then we have Bruno Fernandes.
Yep, he delivered 10 points against an expected 5.26.
That's interesting. So even before the Carrick-Ball hype fully took off, the model was identifying him as a key asset.
Exactly. The underlying stats were bubbling up. We also had Gabriel at the back for Arsenal, delivering a solid 8 points.
However, we can't ignore the pain. We had some big names who ghosted us. Saka.
1 point. The model expected 5.43. Ouch.
And the big man. The robot. Haaland.
2 points. Just 2. When your captain and your premium midfielder both blank, it usually destroys your game win. The fact this wildcard team still hit 65 points despite them failing, that shows how strong the supporting cast was.
That is a good point. It shows the resilience of the squad. But we did have a negative score, didn't we?
We did. O'Reilly at Man City, -1 point.
Ouch. Okay, so what about the free hit retro for game week 22? How did that stack up?
A little lower. The total actual points here were 61. Again, Sanchez and Fernandes basically carried the team on their backs.
But we had some did not plays here.
We did. De Kuyper didn't get on the pitch, so that's a 0. And we went heavy on Liverpool assets. Alisson and Gakpo, who really underperformed their predictions.
That is the danger of the free hit. You target a fixture, but if the game script goes wrong.
Exactly. No safety net. And finally, the differentials retro. This is for the teams trying to climb the ranks.
How did the obscure picks do?
Also 61 points total, which honestly for a team actively avoiding the template is a very respectable score. The highlight here was definitely Mbemo.
He's back.
He is back in the United squad and dropped 9 points. Great call. And Saliba matched Gabriel with 8 points.
Gyökeres. Only 1 point. That stings.
It does, but getting 61 on a differential team, I'd say the algorithm did its job there.
All right. That is the past. The audit is complete. Let's look to the future. It is time to unpack the data for the upcoming round. Let's deep dive into the optimal wildcard team for Game Week 23.
Let's do it.
Okay, looking at the overview here, the algorithm has constructed a team with a total value of exactly 100 millions. It is using every single penny. The projected score for the starting 11 is 55 expected points.
And the full squad, all 15 players, is at 69 expected points. That suggests a very strong bench, which is crucial this time of year.
And for the armband, any surprises?
No surprises here. Captain is Haaland, vice captain is Gabriel.
Standard procedure. Haaland against Wolves is the definition of a no-brainer.
Agreed. You put the armband on him and hide behind the sofa.
Let's start at the back. Goalkeepers.
We've got Sanchez from Chelsea and Dubravka from Burnley as the backup. Sanchez is the clear starter here. Chelsea has a very nice fixture run incoming.
Now, the defensive core, this is where it gets really interesting. I'm looking at the sheet, and the model has gone incredibly heavy on one team. We have an Arsenal triple up in defense.
We do. Gabriel, Timber, and Ben White. It feels aggressive, doesn't it?
It feels terrifying. 1 goal conceded, and you lose 3 clean sheets instantly.
It's high risk, high reward. But if you look at the data, Arsenal's defensive stats are just superior to everyone else right now. Their expected goals against is rock bottom. The model is essentially betting on a lockdown.
So it's statistically the safest bet, even if it feels risky emotionally.
Exactly. We also have LaCroix back for Crystal Palace and Goodmanson from Leeds as the cheap fill-out. But the headline is that Arsenal wall.
Moving into midfield, we already touched on him, but Fernandes is in the wildcard team.
He has to be. He looks great post-injury, and the Carrick-Ball effect is real. He is the main man at United again.
Now, I want to spend a minute on this next pick because it blew my mind a little bit. The model has selected Groß at Brighton.
Ah, yes. Pascal Groß.
Here's the thing. Groß just returned to Brighton from Dortmund. How on earth does the model have data on him? Is it just guessing?
This is a fascinating data point, and I'm glad you brought it up because it really highlights the power of the FPL cheat sheet engine. You might think, he's new, we have no stats. But that is not true.
Right, so unpack that for us.
We don't just calculate expected points based on Premier League data.
Yeah.
The model actually ingests performance data from all major European leagues.
Yeah.
Germany, Spain, Italy, France, Portugal, and even the Championship.
So the model knows how he played at Dortmund.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It looks at his creative numbers, his shot creation, his expected assists from the Bundesliga. It then translates that into Premier League expected points. His selection is based on his amazing numbers in Dortmund.
That is incredible. It's like having a scout in every country who's already done the homework.
It gives you a massive edge. Most other managers are waiting to see how he settles. The data says he is ready now.
I love that. Okay, who else is in the middle?
We have Rangers at Man City. Now, this is a risk. We all know about Pep Roulette.
The dreaded wheel of rotation.
It is always a worry. But City are playing Wolves. Wolves are statistically one of the worst teams this season. The model calculates that the upside of a City midfielder against Wolves is worth the risk.
High ceiling play. And joining Sanchez from Chelsea, we have Palmer and Enzo.
Again, targeting that upcoming fixture run for Chelsea. Palmer has been a sensation.
Up top.
Haaland, obviously. Then Mateta at Palace. If Palace scores, it is usually him. And for the third spot, we have a budget gem. Kroupi Jr. at Bournemouth.
He is super cheap, right?
4.6 million schools. He is the enabler. He frees up so much budget for Haaland and Fernandes.
Okay, that is the long-term play. But what if you were playing your free hit this week? You don't care about next week. You just want to win Game Week 23. How does the strategy change?
The free hit is all about attacking the immediate fixture. The team value is slightly lower at 99.8 millions, but the expected points are higher for the starting 1159 expected points.
Captain is still Haaland.
Yes, but the vice captain switches to Saka.
Okay, let's spot the differences. What are we doing differently here?
The biggest shift is in the Manchester City attack. On the wild card, we played it a bit safer. On the free hit, we are betting on Foden and O'Reilly to start.
That is a big swing on Pep Roulette.
It is a gamble, but again, it's Wolves. If Foden starts against Wolves, his ceiling is sky high. He could score a hat-trick. You take that gamble on a free hit.
And we have some one-week punts here, too. Players we wouldn't want long-term.
Correct. We have Thiago at Brentford. He has a lovely fixture against Nottingham Forest this week. But after that, Brentford's run gets tough. Perfect for a free hit.
And Woltemade at Newcastle.
Same logic. Good fixture versus Aston Villa this week. Villa plays that ridiculously high line. He is a tactical tool for this specific matchup.
I see. We also managed to squeeze Saka in here. He is pricey at 10.1 millions.
He is. But we enable that by going super cheap on the bench. We have Devaney at Crystal Palace, who is only 4.3 millions.
Does he even play?
He might get minutes, but realistically on a free hit, he is there to sit on your bench and allow you to afford Saka, Haaland, and Foden in the same lineup.
And the defense.
We kept the Arsenal core of White and Gabriel. We also have Pope in goal for Newcastle, or Sanchez again.
Got it. So wildcard is about stability. Free hit is about exploiting Wolves now. Let's get weird.
The differentials.
This is for the managers who need to climb the ranks desperately. The criteria here is that ownership must be less than 15%.
And this requires a terrifying decision. I'm looking at the sheet and my palms are sweating just thinking about it.
We have no Haaland.
We can't have him. His ownership is way too high. To be a true differential, you have to fade the robot.
That is the stuff of nightmares. If he scores 3 goals, you might as well delete the app.
You might, but flip the coin. If Haaland blanks like he did in game week 22 and your differential captain hauls, you fly up the rankings.
So who takes the armband in this suicide mission?
Cole Palmer.
Okay, Palmer is a great asset, but no Haaland against Wolves. That takes nerves of steel.
It does. But it's the only way to gain massive ground if it works.
So who are we buying with all that spare cash? The team value is only 92.80 millions.
We are spreading the wealth. We have Mbemo back in the squad for United.
Fresh from AFCON.
Exactly. He's back, he's rested, and he's differential. We also have Jeremy in midfield. And up front, alongside Mateta and Kroupi Jr., we have Gyökeres for Arsenal.
Gyökeres has been a bit hit or miss, hasn't he?
He has, hence the low ownership. But leading the line for Arsenal always carries potential. And in defense, we brought in Saliba to pair with White.
Double Arsenal defense again.
It is the consistent theme of this game week. The model trusts Arsenal's backline implicitly. We rounded out with Lacroix, O'Reilly, and De Kuyper.
It is a bold strategy. I don't know if I have the stomach for no Haaland, but for those who do, I salute you.
Fortune favors the brave, right?
Sometimes. All right, let's move on to our listener questions. We have a great one here from Marcus in Manchester.
Let's hear it.
Marcus writes, "Lads, the Carrick-Ball era has started with a bang. I'm tempted to rip up my midfield to get involved. Is it madness to bring in Fernandes right now, or should I wait?"
I love this question because it puts fixture difficulty directly against form. It is the eternal FPL debate.
Right, because if you look at just this week...
If you look at just game week 23, the algorithm normally screams, wait, United play Arsenal. Away. That is arguably the toughest fixture on paper right now.
Exactly. Usually we'd say avoid buying attackers playing away at the Emirates. You are buying a ticket to a 0-0 draw or a 1-0 loss.
But, and this is a big but, we switched the algorithm to look at the long-term horizon. We ran the numbers for game week 24 through game week 29, and the output changed completely.
What did it show?
After the Arsenal game, United, and specifically Fernandes, have an absolutely fantastic sea of green fixtures. The schedule opens up beautifully.
So you're saying bite the bullet now?
I am. The data actually suggests a double move here for Marcus. You bring in Fernandes as your premium anchor, but you also look at Brian Mbemo as a mid-priced enabler.
Mbemo as well, even with the Arsenal game.
Yes. Both have incredible underlying stats, and once they clear this Arsenal hurdle, they have the fixtures to match. If you bring them in now, you might suffer for 90 minutes, maybe you get 2 points, but you are positioning yourself to dominate your mini-league for the next 6 weeks.
That makes sense. You are buying the asset, not the single fixture.
Exactly. Don't be short-sighted. If you wait until next week, the price might go up.
There you have it, Marcus. Ignore the Arsenal fear. Go for it. You're buying points for the future.
And honestly, with the way Carrick has them playing, who knows? They might even nick a goal at the Emirates.
Stranger things have happened. All right, that wraps up our deep dive for game week 23.
It feels good to be back analyzing the numbers. I missed this.
It does. Before we go, just a reminder to follow FPL Cheat Sheet on X. We are posting updates there constantly. And make sure to subscribe to our channels on YouTube and Spotify so you never miss a briefing.
And if you want the specific transfer suggestions tailored to your team, not just the template teams we discussed, you need to use the FPL Cheat Sheet tool. You can find the link in our X profile or in the video description.
Also, I need to confirm a little rumor.
Oh.
There has been some chatter about FPLCheatSheet.com.
The website.
Yes, the website. It is real.
It is very real.
Our developer is working on it right now as we speak. I think he's fueled entirely by caffeine at this point. And the best part, it is going to be available for free.
It is huge. A free, data-driven dashboard for everyone. That's a game changer.
So definitely follow us on X to catch the launch post. You do not want to miss that drop.
Absolutely. Get ahead of the curve.
All right, wishing all you listeners a good game week. May your arrows be green and your captain's haul.
Good luck, everyone. See you on the other side.